What's up, Jules and Jems? I am back with another video. Ugh, my seat feels so weird. Let me fix my hair for you guys. Alright, so today's video is all about more tips. So I said I was going to come back and I was going to talk to you guys about how you know whether or not a strip club is for you. Now, I've been hired at a total of 5 clubs. And let me go back and think. Club that I work at, the club that I was working at, Miami. Okay, all right. So yeah, 5 clubs. I've been hired at 5 clubs, and every single club I've been hired at, I worked that same day. But only 2 of them I decided were not my type of club. So basically, for me, my preference is not to be nude, and also to be able to, I want a place where there's a reasonable house fee, because I've been at places where I just think the house fee is ridiculous. Like, this is, whoa, like, I understand it's a business at the end of the day, but it's like, damn, you know how much I gotta do just to get that house fee back first to begin with, and then on top of that, if they're not lenient about the house fee, because clubs understand that every night it's not a banger. Why is there a fly inside my dang on, get the freak out of my car. It's a whole fly inside my car, and I thought it was on the outside the whole time. This little fly finna go. Let me turn the air off. And they're not lenient. But there's also clubs, the ones that I have stayed at, were the ones that were lenient about the house fee, that understood if there wasn't people tonight, if they seen you trying and you just was missing, they're lenient and they'll waive the house fee, they'll deduct the house fee. Like the other day, the Friday, I was counting, I was telling y'all it was a sucky Friday. I was supposed to pay a $25 house fee, plus paying the DJ, plus paying both bouncers, plus paying my ace. I was supposed to pay all that. So basically, I was in the hole for $30-something, and my goal was to get my $30-something back and what I had needed for a bill. Hold on, y'all. This is like pissing me off because it's distracting my driving. And good thing I'm at a red light. Get the fuck. I killed that. She died with her eyes open. But, and before the light turned back. I'm sorry, that was so distracting. But matter of fact, let me make sure baby girl, teach you Pookie. Light still red. And I had a $25 house fee plus all these things, so I was in the whole $33 because I normally do the math before I get there. And I didn't, like I told y'all, I didn't make that much. I didn't make my normal. So the manager, he asked me like, how much you made? And I told him, I was like, single digit shit, you know, because I don't count in how much I'm paying the bouncers and everybody else. So he was like, just pay me $5 and that's it. That's all I'm asking for. He didn't even care about the 20. And I'm just like the other 20. And I was like, wow. Like, but don't get me wrong, because there's been other times where I've had a house fee and he's also waived it, because they just understand, like, we want you to come back, because if we make you pay this right now, you feel uncomfortable and you feel like you're losing money, then this is all we're gonna get from you. And now we gotta wait for another girl to come and hope that she stay. So then it's like a whole what's that thing? The turnover rate for the club will get like bad as far as like dancers. So some clubs care more about the girls than the money, because they understand the girls are the money. So at that club, they're lenient. They're very lenient, understanding. So for me, that's a club that I feel like is for me. So you have to maybe, you know, find your comfort and your understanding, like how much you'll bend and take with certain places, and where my bend and take is how much I gotta do to get the money back that I'm putting in the club. And that means knowing the house fees and the tip out and stuff like that. And you have to know, if say you're not okay with having to pay a house mom, because I had a club like that where you had to pay the house mom even if you did not use any of her supplies, even if you did not speak to her, even if like this bitch you want to fight her, you still gotta pay her. And if another house mom comes in the middle of your shift, you gotta pay both of them. And I did not like that club, because now you're making me feel like I'm putting so much into it. I'm already paying this high ass house fee. DJ, gotta pay the DJ. Then I gotta pay this bitch, or I'm sorry, this lady that I don't know nothing about and may not have no type of connection or friendship with. Cause I'm that type of person, like, I don't come to work, even in my regular 9 to 5, I don't come to work to make friends. I come to work to make money. Like, simple as that. So I'm not gonna get to know this house mom. I'm not gonna get to know these co-workers of mine. So that's another thing. That's number one. Know your bend and take, and know if you're okay with the type of house fees that they have. So that's my number one. Number two is, if a club is not for you, if you can't make decent money. And decent money for everybody is different, because for me, if, like I said in my previous videos, which I will have linked below, if I make 182, that's a weird number, but at least 182 after tip out, I think I had a good night. Because I don't know any pole tricks. I'm not that friendly with my customers. I don't like to sit and talk to them for too long. Sometimes I be scared to ask dudes do they want to dance. My strip clubs get out of me is when I actually go on stage. Like, I be like kind of low-key chilling the whole night, and then when I go on stage, that's where I will really make my money. And so if I can make at least almost $200 on just stage tips alone, for me, that's a good night. For somebody else, maybe $500 every night or every other time they go is a good night. You know, maybe for you, if you can at least, I met a girl, she's like, she only works day shift, and if she can make at least $80, she felt like it was worth coming in. And I was like, see, everybody has their own, you know. So if you've been working at a club and you can't make what you feel like is a good night every time you come, or every other time you come, maybe that particular club is not for you. Each club is not for you. Like, just because you dancing doesn't mean, oh, because I'm a dancer, this particular club works for me. Because I think there's a reason for every season, and I think there's a club for every girl. So know the type of club you want. Like, I like being in urban clubs when I don't want to follow no rules, because more than likely they don't have that many rules. When I'm like, you know what, I know I want to make money and I don't mind following rules, I go to my upscale club, because there's a lot of rules. But because we have so much rules, I know I'm guaranteed to make my money. Because in the urban club, one time I did a VIP dance with a guy, like 3 songs. That was like $60, and he did not give me my money. And the bouncers didn't do nothing about it, and I just was out $60. Now I had a guy try that at my gentleman's club, and he was supposed to pay me $100. I think like $100 or something like that. Because we had did a feature, which is $20 plus additional like 4 songs, and in the $20 room. And yeah, that's $100. And he was saying like I scammed him. And I'm like, how the fuck I scammed you when I was the one dancing? And then he was like, I'm not giving you no more than $60. And the bouncers was like, they're like, we gonna fucking throw you out, or you can meet her in the middle and at least get her 80. Like, and he was like, no, bro, I don't want to do that. He was like, man, she danced with you for five full, well, not 5. It was technically 8 songs, because the feature is 4 songs for $20. And she danced with you for 8 songs, and you not trying to pay her. You trying to pay her $60. That's not fair. At least give her $80. And I ended up getting my $80 because of the bouncers. Had it been the urban club, I might not have got my money. Bitch, I wouldn't have got my money. That's a fact. And so I know that, okay, yeah, if I'm trying to have a fun night and a loose night, I might go to an urban club. When I want to wear the very freaky and like outlandish outfits that I paid for and I have never worn, I'll go to the urban club, because I can wear that there. I can't wear that at my gentleman's club. So I just know like the type of environment that I'm comfortable with. So that's kind of like 2. And then maybe a 3rd I can say, knowing if a club is right for you, is if you always button heads. If you always, but even if you're a quiet person and somehow you always button heads with whether the managers, the bouncers, the DJ, or your co-workers, if you always button heads, or you always feel like you on pins and needles around people in the club because you don't trust them with your around your money, you don't trust them around your clothes, you don't trust nothing that they saying about no prices and the actual tip out you owe and stuff like. If you always get into like disagreements and like you low-key don't feel like just comfortable in general, even when you just walk in there and you don't feel comfortable, find a new club. I know, even for me, I hate trying to go to a new club. Like, it just makes me nervous. It's just something about it that just makes me feel like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, you know, a whole new environment, a whole new set of girls. But a lot of times you'll find it's the same girls all at these different clubs, and they just choose what night they want to go to these different clubs. So, and you just feel like overwhelmed trying to get into a new club, but it's pretty easy. Like, getting hired at a club is like 10 times easier than getting hired anywhere else. So my whole thing is, 1, know your bend and take. 2, what was number 2? Oh, no, girl, I forgot number 2 that fast. 3, 3, you need to know if you can't get along with people, even if you're a quiet person like me. I don't get into it with people. I've gotten into it, like spats of words, but nothing else. But if you can't just go to work and like not feel like very uncomfortable, even with nobody talking to you, and you just feel like the environment is shaky and like unstable, just find a new club. I'm not gonna give y'all too many tips. Like, I think those are like the most important. Like, oh, number 2, if you're not making that's number 2, right? If you're not making the money that you personally feel like is good for you. If you're not making that money, I was gonna park in that spot, and I seen it was a handicap spot. If you're not making that money, then baby girl, it's time for a new club. It never hurts to get a new environment, get a new place under your belt, because sometimes you're gonna do stuff like I did. One time I went to one of the clubs I was hired at, right? Didn't know that they weren't open on Sundays. Found out, I drove up there and it was closed. But long behold, another club I was hired at was open on Sundays, so I was able to go to that club. So maybe if you don't feel comfortable with the club, find another club, see if you like that club, and if you don't really like it as much as you like the other club, go back, because they're not gonna, I mean, unless you do some crazy shit to get fired, clubs don't really take you off the roster unless they ain't seen you in like 7 years, something like that. But try it out, take my tips into consideration, and I'll see you guys next time, dude. Subscribe, y'all. I don't never tell y'all to subscribe. Actually, you know what? Watch my other tips. Why am I hair so blue? Watch my other tips, my other things I have linked into it's probably gonna be at the end of this video. I have a whole playlist I created last night full of my stripper one-on-ones and even my what's in my stripper bag that has been added to my playlist. So go check it out. Why not? All right, guys. Well, it's not working.